you are clinging to your poor mother and sister-in-law. Like, don't you need another trunk show? And they're like, back off, crazy daughter. You know, and then they're not supporting you. And you're like, I just don't understand why people aren't supportive. Because you're acting crazy. Okay? You're acting crazy. And I wouldn't support you either. My neighbors don't know what I do. I like it that way. I don't know what they do. I don't care. I'm busy, they're busy, they see me go in and out, we're all happy. That's how I like it, okay? When I'm home, I just want to be home. Leave me alone. It's fine. I don't need to know your life. I know she's a teacher, I know he's an accountant. Whatever. That's all I need to know, okay? My family, I don't know what my brother doesn't work every day. Why would he want to know every in and out of my business? It's a key thought to longevity, okay? So your number one goal is to get into strangers. How are you going to do it? It's going to start with a couple of trunk shows. So I would challenge you right now, if you don't have any bookings in December, book a couple. Call a couple of friends and family. Go. Do you not agree that when you see the jewelry, it's very different than when you look at a lookbook? Invest. You know, you will get out of things what you put into them. I'm a firm believer in that. If you put some skin in the game, the reason we have $199 startup, the reason you can't start for free is that I strongly believe if you put skin in the game, you will be more successful. If we give you the kit, there's no accountability. Like, whatever, easy come, easy go, right? So take some jewelry, go talk to a couple of friends and family, and book a couple of trunk shows for December that way. Just do it. Don't give me reasons why it won't work. Just get in the car and go see a couple of people. Take some jewelry and go see them. You've got friends and family, that's easy, okay? If you truly don't know anybody, I'm going to give you a super fast stranger booking technique. Now, I don't really like booking at large. It's much easier to book at trunk shows, right? So once you get a couple of trunk shows, we're going to focus on booking at trunk shows. But what do you do if you just don't know anybody? Okay, here's my stranger danger technique. So, because one time I moved between businesses, I had gone through a divorce. You know, if anyone's been divorced, you know when you go through a divorce, you sort of lose custody of some people. Like I'm not talking kids, I'm talking like friends. Friends, like their contacts, you're kind of like, well, that's kind of my old life. Like, I think I'll just kind of like let them be there. Like, that's fine. The farmer people, they can like stay back there. Okay, yeah. And I get this new life. And so it's sort of like, and so I didn't want to like go talk to people. My family's been supportive, so I need to find strangers. So I would literally take my purse. Okay, pretend this is obviously, actually this is my purse, and this is size for me. Okay, so I like take my big old purse, and in here is my wallet. But over top of my wallet is a mini lookbook. Do we have them? No, pretend I have it. So when I go to pay, okay, so I'm not talking that you have to go shopping and buy things you don't need. So now
Give it to
I had someone say to me, why do I have money? I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you have to buy toothpaste. You have to buy milk. You have to buy tampons. These things are going to be purchased in the next month. All those 3 things, okay? So I'm going to go, for most of us, I'm going to go to the grocery store like this, and in here is my wallet, and on top of my wallet is my mini lookbook, okay? So I'm going to go to the grocery store, and I'm going to buy milk, and I'm going to stand at the grocery store, and I'm going to kind of like, to be honest, profile the cashiers. I'm going to kind of be like, okay, who looks cute, and like they have a decent personality, and like they aren't going to line up with 20 people. Okay, so I'll find that person, and when I go to like pay for my milk, I'll just put my bag down, which everybody does, okay? But then, oh, this darn thing's on top of my wallet. So I'm going to pull my wallet out. Okay, so it's slim. Obviously, I'm on the like conveyor or whatever, right? So I just like put it like that as I'm going to pay. Okay, this is passive aggressive. It works because half of the people will say, "What's that?" If you profiled them well, even more than half. Like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, well, that was it? That's, have you heard of Stella Dot? This is like the jewelry company I work for, and you can have this. Like, you can have that while you're working. And if, you know, it's a shame. I wish I had like a whole lookbook, because this is just tiny, but we have this whole lookbook. It's like 80 pages of our jewelry, and I know you're working. You can have that. If you want to give me like your email or your phone number, I'll call you later tonight and I can send you like the 80-page lookbook. Want it? It's so, does that sound scary first of all? No. Because you're not, this is what you're not doing. You're not walking and be like, hello. Are you interested in Stella Dot? And you're like, who are you? Like, that's horrible. But if you're just like out and about, you like that Canadian moment. If you're just like out and about and you just like put that down there, half the people are going to ask you. Okay, so that's just one really simple way to kind of get a few bookings from scratch. Once you have bookings, you're going to go and you're going to implement the 5 steps of booking that we go over in our training. Okay? And come to spring boot camp, watch the videos online, read the magazine. Booking is not accidental. You don't just show up and people go like, so can I have a party? And you go, okay. That doesn't happen. And yet, people say all the time, like, I just can't book. I'm like, okay, well, how many people have you asked in the last week? Like, no one. I think I know your problem. Or sponsoring. I just can't sponsor. I want to build a team. I can't sponsor. Well, how many people have you talked to? No one. I think I know your problem. You have to talk to people. If you don't like people, it probably isn't a good fit for you. And to be honest, if you don't like talking to people, go do something else. Truly. It's all about me. My success is measured on how successful you are. So you're bringing my numbers down. If you don't like people, go do something else. Truly. I'm joking, but that was funny. You're going to like people. So at the trunk show, do the 5 steps of booking. Okay? It's going to work. All you need to do is book 1 or 2 trunk shows with people you know. And then coach them to invite people that you don't know. So if you do a trunk show for your best friend, does she know people you don't know? Of course she does. She works with other people. She has neighbors, whatever, spouses, friends. Coach her to invite people you don't know. Go to that trunk show with the filter of booking people you don't know. I'm not going to go to my best friend's trunk show and book my other best friend who happens to be there. I'm going to book the people she doesn't know. And then that gets me 1 degree of separation away in the strangers. And then I'm going to go to that trunk show where I'm really kind of in almost strangers. She's going to be there, so I still have 1 connection. And I'm going to book someone else I don't know. And now I'm 2 degrees into strangers, and now you're older. And with just a few degrees of Strangerville, you can run a long-term sustainable business, and that's really good. So I want you to think, and I'm just going to challenge you to write it down, or put it in your mind, or put it in your phone, or whatever, if fear was not an option, if being afraid of failing did not matter, what would you do? What would you do in 2012 if you weren't afraid? Anybody have an answer?
Make $100,000.
Okay, good.
Quit teaching.
Quit teaching? Not filling your cup anymore?
No, it fills my cup. But I want to stay home with babies. I want to have babies and then... I know. Girl, I'm trying.
I know. Anybody else, if you weren't afraid, what would you do in 2012? For real.
Buy myself my first car.
Buy a car. And pay cash for it.
Yep.
Woo.
Up in the ante, Danielle.
You can buy a car. That's easy come, easy go. You got to buy it at least with a significant down payment. If not, pay it off. What else? What would you do if you weren't afraid? Like, really not afraid?
Build my house in Ireland.
Walk away from the current career. It's the common one. We have so many attorneys that are attracted to Stella Dot. There's always one. I like to stay away from you. Oh, there's 2? 3? The odds are getting, I'm getting more uncomfortable by the second. 4? Are you an attorney too? I thought you also could read. We better clear the room now. There's a lot of attorneys. My dear close friend of mine is an attorney, and I understand I always wanted to be an attorney. I understand what a stressful job is. I always ask why. Why does Stella not appeal to you, attorney at the back?
I'm not an attorney.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I just said my goal was to make more than my husband makes.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Keith?
It's fun. It's fun.
This is fun, and
It's great when you can make as much as you want to make as long as you work. You have control over your life, your time, your income.
and you get to wear pretty things.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Okay. What else? Anybody else if you weren't afraid in 2012?
Build my house in Ireland.
Build your house and what?
In Ireland.
I said build my house and a Harley. Excellent. Build your house in Ireland. Love.
I won't have to teach summer school in the summer of 2012. That's my...
Love.
I'm not afraid. I love teaching, but summer school...
Yeah, you're like, I want
This will be more fun.
some time off. Okay, so I want you to think, just think. This is a great song by Headley. Headley is a great Canadian band. You should learn them. It's called One Life. And it's like sort of a theme song and if those of you going to Directors Conference, you might want to learn it because it's going to be our anthem. Directors Conference. No Katy Perry this year. We're going hardcore Headley. So, but what I love about it is, it's like that you really do have one life. And it kills me when I meet people who are like, if only I could, if circumstances were different, if I had had a different education, if I had, did this earlier, if I didn't have kids, if I lived in a different area, and before you know it, you're going to be too old to take advantage of it. And that's going to be sad. And so I don't know of too many things, this is what we'll end on, if anybody has any questions, I don't know of too many things where you can just insert yourself, work hard, and I will guarantee you success. The only way you cannot succeed, and I know what I'm talking about because I have mentored thousands of women to do this. The only way you cannot succeed is if you give up. That's it. That's the only way. That is the difference between the people who have been successful and the people who have not, is the inability to keep getting back up. I'm just too stubborn to stop. There's nothing you could do that would knock me down. I mean, because my goal is bigger than my fear. And I think if you will think of what that thing is that holds you back, if it is bigger than your fear, you will succeed. If your fear is bigger than your goal, there's no training I can give you. There's no jewelry Blythe can create for you. There's no platform Jessica can offer you. There's nothing that will help you to succeed. What you have to do in 2012 is ask yourself the right questions. And I'll end with this example because I'm a runner, and I'm a runner because if I don't run, my ass grows. That's a fact. Okay? So do I like running? No, I hate it. I hate exercise of all types. Hate it. My best friend and I, she's a doctor. We grew up and we would be like in phys ed, and we'd be like baseball time. And we'd like stand in the field and we'd say with like the boys around us, like, okay, you realize you are covering the whole field. We're actually just standing here talking. So if the ball comes in our direction, please catch it. I hate sports, I hate everything, but I have to run. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm half Italian, half English. That equals I eat a piece of bread. And there's a lump here. Like there's nowhere for it to go. I gained a pound, and you see it. So I have to run. And actually I've learned to love it, but I'm not like Jessica. Jessica runs because she loves to run. And sometimes she'll be like, let's just go for a run and solve this problem. I'm like, really? Can we just go to Starbucks and solve this problem? She'll be like, no, let's go. And we're like running. And I'm like, oh my God, and we're trying to think while we're running. And she loves it. I'm not like that. I run because I don't want to get fat. Fatter. That's my reason, okay? So in the morning, when my alarm goes off at 5 a.m., and it's like a freaking snowstorm out there in Canada, and it's like, I have a skylight right over my bed, and I look out, and it's like, and like, here I am in my nice bed, my big 6'8" hot husband there, my big cat here, I'm so happy at the most, and it's like, do I want to run? The answer to that question is no. If I said to myself at 5 a.m., do you want to run today? I would never haul my ass out of that bed. Ever. The answer would always be, no, stay here. Instead, I ask myself, do you want your pants to fit? Yeah, I do, because I have far too great of a wardrobe for everything to be tight, and I can't afford to replace it all at once. So I'm just going to go for a run. And I just put on my hat, and I don't even put my contacts in, I run blind. Before I know it, I'm back, and it's over with. The point of the story is, you've got to ask yourself the right question. I think that's the key to success in life. And it's the key to success in this business. Do not ask yourself, do I want to run, if you know the answer is no. Do not ask yourself, do I want to pick up the phone and book a trunk show, if you know the answer is no. Do not ask yourself, do I want to come up with a business plan, if you know the answer is no. Ask yourself, do I want to fulfill my why? Do I want to do that thing that I'm afraid of? Do I want to build the house in Ireland? Do I want to not have to teach summer school? If the answer to that question is yes, then pick up the phone and book a trunk show. Because in 2012, you can do amazing things. There you go.